back your homes or restore your dead to life.
But perhaps I can give you justice in the name of our king.
Game of Thrones is home to more fan theories than you can count. Theories that involve war, death, and even love. One of the most famous theories still relevant to the story is the true identity of Robin Arryn's father. Now we know that sweet little Robin had a unique relationship with his mother, Lysa Tully. Lysa is the younger sister of Catelyn Stark. They grew up side by side with Petyr Baelish. Petyr was madly in love with Catelyn, and Lysa was madly in love with Petyr. This one detail has launched massive fan speculation, and now a fair portion of Thrones fans believe Robin Arryn is actually Littlefinger's son. Let me explain. Robin Arryn is supposedly the legitimate son of Lysa and Jon Arryn, the former Hand of the King to Robert Baratheon. The story picks up right after Jon Arryn's death, and we learn that Petyr and Lysa were more involved than we first thought. Looking at the evidence, I think it's best to just come right out and list everything of importance. So here it goes. If Jon Arryn was Robin's father, he would have been nearly 70 years old when his child was born. And in the books, Lysa talks about Jon Arryn's seed being too old and weak. In fact, Lysa got pregnant many times with Jon Arryn's children, but unfortunately, the babies always died. Let's take a look at a quote from the books. Jon did his duty in the bedchamber, but he could give no more pleasure than he could give me children. His seed was old and weak. All my babies died but Robert, 3 girls and 2 boys. All my sweet little babies dead, and that old man just went on and on with his stinking breath. So you see, I have suffered too. Remind you of anyone? It sounds like Jon Arryn did his best to conceive a child and always came up short, but not for a lack of trying. According to Lysa, the only child that survived was Robin, who had dark hair. This is important because Jon Arryn was blonde, and we know George R.R. Martin uses hair color to authenticate paternity in the story. Lysa never really loved Jon Arryn. It was a set-up marriage from the beginning. Robert Baratheon and Eddard Stark needed allies for the rebellion, and so a trade was done. Ned married Catelyn, and Jon Arryn married Lysa, joining houses for Robert's rebellion. Their support helped defeat the Targaryen crown. Growing up, Lysa was obsessed with Petyr Baelish, who only had eyes for Catelyn. This drove her crazy, and as you can see in the show, Lysa was willing to do just about anything to ensure she could keep a hold on Baelish. When Petyr and Lysa are about to marry, Lysa says this: "I want to share your bed tonight, my sweet. I want us to make another child, a brother for Robert or a sweet little daughter." Make another child, meaning they've already done this before? This statement could definitely be about Robin, but it could also be about her pregnancy before marrying Jon Arryn. In the months leading up to her wedding with the Lord of the Vale, Lysa was forced to abort her child, a child that many fans believe to have been Petyr's. If this is true, then it means Petyr and Lysa do have the ability to conceive children, a feat that didn't seem possible with Lysa and Jon Arryn. In the same dialogue, Lysa tells Petyr this: "I want you now, this very night, and I must warn you, after all these years of silence and whisperings, I mean to scream when you love me. I am going to scream so loud they'll hear me in the Eyrie." Years of silence and whisperings. Could this be in reference to the illegitimate birth of Robin? Petyr doesn't even have to know the truth. I mean, he could care less for the welfare of the kid. His eye is only on power, not fatherhood. And just look at how much Lysa coddles Robin. I guess it could be argued that she became overprotective after losing so many children, but with a child of a man she despises? I think it makes more sense she would treat Robin that way if he was Petyr's son, because deep down she knows Petyr doesn't want her. Robin was the only thing she had of Baelish when he wasn't around. The last thing of note is Robin was most likely conceived in King's Landing. Remember, Jon Arryn was the Hand of the King, and at the time, Petyr was there too. Lysa begged for Jon to bring him along, and so he did. What do you guys think? Is Robin the legitimate son of the late John Aaron, or is someone else involved? Let me know your thoughts. As always, have a great day, take care, and I will see you tomorrow.